Intimidation, Gabe.
The one you came for?
And we are here today for another installment of
Cricket Tuesday.
I'm excited about this one. You know, Nick, many a times in the comments, and even when we're doing our live streams, guys will be like, Gabe, you're so violent. Because when my team is getting pumped, what's my go-to answer?
I can't even say it. Give him a beamer. Throw it at him.
Light him up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, light them up. Can I get you know what I mean? We shall call them the headhunters. Like throw a bouncer right at them, something. And today we're looking at the top 7 dangerous deliveries in cricket. Now, here's the thing. Of course, I don't want to see anyone get hurt. But if you're out there and you're a bowler and you're getting pumped, all right?
You got to switch it up.
You got to switch it up. You got to make that batter uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Put it in his shoulder. I mean, a lot of people are going to say, oh, go to the toe-crushing Yorker. But a lot of times, guys can't nail those. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to make them feel really uncomfortable if you bounce one right over their head. Or even worse, if you put one in their shoulder and their ribs. So I'm always like, man, throw a bouncer at them. And I'm assuming that's what we're going to be seeing today.
Dude, I mean, think of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, right?
That's right. The glory day of the West Indies.
And those men, and I call them men for a reason, they had to stand there and take that punishment because there's no, like, tapping out, like, I'm good. You know, I got a wife and kids to go home to. I don't need to go home with all these bruises. They just stood there and took it. But that was the game. Like, we are not going to let you beat us, so we're going to throw it high and inside right at your body, and we'll see if you can, not that they were intentionally trying to hurt people, but they were definitely, what would you say, at least intimidating, right? Intimidating,
guys. Like, listen, we're not going to let you get too confident. As a bowler, that's my pitch, and you're just standing in it, all right? You're just standing in the way of me and those wickets. And that's how you got to look at it, you know what I mean? And, I mean, it's an unwritten rule, really, where if you're a bowler, you don't really throw at other bowlers, unless you're Boomerang, you know what I mean? who had lit up Jimmy Anderson, because you know that then on the other end, they can throw at you. Well, the 4 horsemen did not care. Go ahead. I kindly let you throw at me because we got guys over here that throw triple digits too. You know what I mean? So other teams, like, you know, it was good for the goose, good for the gander. Probably, I don't want to get into that kind of war, so to speak, of, you know, throwing those bouncers because those guys throw a little bit harder than your guys.
And then, like, if you try to call their bluff and you start throwing at them, they might be like, okay, now we're really going to try to throw at you. You weren't trying before? And now you got to explain to the rest of your teammates while they're all going home limping.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think, and I know this does happen in baseball, there was a guy called Vicente Padilla. They used to call him Vicente Padilla. You laughed when you said it. He was on so many teams, Texas, Yankees,
Phillies,
but they used to call him the headhunter because he would just straight throw at guys' heads. And I remember him being on the Yankees, and A-Rod got mad one time. He said, like, bro, when you throw at them, they throw at me. You know what I mean? And they got into an altercation in the locker room or whatever. But Vicente Padilla would, like, literally, like, point at guys' heads, like, what is going on? Like, and then A-Rod was hot because at the time A-Rod was a star for the Yankees, and if you throw at us, they always throw at your best player. You know what I mean? And eventually they got him out the league or whatever, but he used to get fined all the time. He didn't care. He would just throw, and this wasn't like a guy that threw breaking balls or like a ball. He was throwing hot 90s, 94, 95
he
at
was
your
in
head.
the league for a while. He really was.
The headhunter, Vicente Padilla.
It's better than the guy's nickname. His last name Ray. I forget his first name, but his nickname was the Big Sweat. That's just not right. We're gonna go ahead and check out this video. If you like our reaction anyway, please don't forget to
like and subscribe.
All right, let's see how dangerous these are, because I'm not gonna lie, this thing has got me perplexed a little bit. I'm not sure if it's like just the way that they're placing it, or just they threw the delivery, they bowled it, and it was a dangerous outcome.
Let's find out. Nope. Oh. Ah!
Yeah, we've seen that before.
That is unbelievable.
I love the sound effects. What? Is it 18 or older?
Gosh. Told you, Boomerang. He's nasty.
Yeah, but that guy went down and got hit. Oh.
Well, Boomerang's just nasty with it. Whoa. He tried to duck out the way.
That rung his bell. Oh,
look at Varun. Like,
knows. Oh.
Boomerang. The headhunter.
I miss myself some Boomerang.
Oh.
That's hit.
Loki Ferguson. To take that off Loki Ferguson. Oh.
I thought he was bleeding for a second. It's just his hair.
You didn't knock him out cold.
Yeah, that rung his bell for sure.
Jeez.
Here's Wood.
My goodness.
Oh, head got hit in the head.
You
I mean,
can't help
it's not even a
yourself.
pun. That's just what happened. The way he flails about. It looked like his hand slowed it down and then it popped up on his chin.
Look at Martin Slovacek. Like,
He can't not watch.
oh, what's wrong with him?
Oh!
Gosh.
He says I'm good, but I don't think
Bro,
you are
and
that
that's
quick.
Stoinis. Stoinis is a big boy.
Me have helmet.
Like, I'm sorry, Hulk.
Oh my gosh. Right away I'm good, but he looks dazed right there. He might have turned his head perfectly where it grazed the thing instead of
Merited.
full on impact.
Mitchell Johnson. Oh,
I didn't even see that.
lighten up Virat Kohli.
So let's do this.
And I'll tell you what, he was, you see him with his hand just on. Mitchell Johnson was up there very quickly, making sure he was okay.
You know, we've seen a very macho, very tough Mitchell Johnson in all these highlight reels.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time, not that he showed that he cares, but the first time that he was actually kind of concerned.
Right.
Because a lot of times he'll be like the Stark of today where it's like, what?
Right.
Get out of here, right? Or even what Virat Kohli, if he was a bowler, would probably do the same exact thing. But do you think that helmets are designed where you have even more protection straight on like this? Because if so, he played that perfectly because he put his head down like this and then it hit down there.
I tell you what, man. Here's what's crazy. I'm not even sure the technology that goes into the cricket helmets. I know that Trey actually has, as you know, one of the things he struggled with last year, he had a concussion in college football. So he's got that concussion helmet from the NFL. And he says it's weird. I don't know if you've seen him, even the one in practices. They got like all this crazy padding on top of it or whatever.
Ones. Yeah.
And he's like, it feels different where it absorbs the blow, but it feels heavier. So it's harder to turn with, and that's why a lot of guys don't like
Why
playing with it.
doesn't all of them just have it? You know, why isn't it like it's mandatory?
I mean, because the players prefer not to play with it unless you have to, because it just feels heavier. And bro, every ounce is, you know what I mean? You know, like you remember the who was it, Smudge, that likes to shave off his bats because he knows the exact ounces he wants his bat to weigh. That's all your gear, all your equipment. And if they feel like something's gonna slow you down, like as a player, it's like you need that extra edge.
From CTC, what's that thing's called? Concussion syndrome,
yeah.
all that kind of stuff. Like, just all it takes is one hit.
The league should make it mandatory. You're absolutely right for all players, and whether it slows down their performance or not. I mean, in cricket, just like in football, we've seen some dangerous helmet hits that have, really put players out of commission for the rest of their career. Phil Hughes most recently in cricket and in football. I mean, a lot of guys have, just been put out cold on the field. So it's.
I can't help but think about Phil Hughes as we're watching this because, I mean, it's just like, we can have a lot of fun and we can joke around and this or that. Oh, that's rough. But we know these guys are going to walk away from it.
Right.
That's serious. It's just, it's crazy. There was something I was going to say, but I can't remember. So let's just continue with the video. These are painful. Just to watch. Swing and miss.
Mitchell Marsh again. Ooh.
That's he was singing.
Oh, and the jewels.
The mommy daddy
That's got to be the
button.
worst in the jewels.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Metal plates? They put a metal plate. Oh. They put a metal plate in his, what is that, under his eye?
Jeez
Louise. Not just jeez, but jeez Louise.
Dude.
And that's what I was going to say. And to think, and this is what the audience is we probably already have 5 comments about this. This is a sport that didn't always have helmets.
Oh my gosh.
And we know all sports, even football had the leather heads back in the 30s and the 40s, but baseball, they didn't always have helmets either. But I want to say cricket way later than the other sports that we know of
Right.
to instill the helmet.
Right.
I mean, these guys are just like, what do I need a helmet for? It's part of the game.
Dude, even now when guys go up against spinners without helmets as batters, I'm like, you know, that spinner could have a bouncer in his back pocket, just to keep you honest. You know what I'm saying? And I know you don't see it often or whatever, but dude, still, even if you miss it, even if spinning off the ground at, 40, 50 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour, that's still gonna hurt if you miss it and it comes
It'll
up
hurt, but probably not life threatening.
and cacks up and catches you in the face, you know, man. But dude, I mean, here's the thing. That's why as an athlete, you can't really think about it, because if you go in with, any kind of a fear in your heart of getting hit, then you'll never hit a ball. You know what I'm saying? As a cricketer, you're not thinking about the ball hitting you. You're thinking about you attacking the ball. The best offense is the best defense is an offense, so to speak, right? I'm gonna hit that ball before that ball hits me. With that being said, man, I don't know how after you have been drilled, how you ever get back in there with confidence again. You know what I mean? Like,
you give them a lot of credit.
You give him a lot of credit, and we saw Marnus Loboshan there, right? He's one of the things he suffers with concussions, man. He's taking a lot of blows to the head, and if there's probably any concern with him moving forward as far as being all-time Aussie great, is he gonna have the years in order to compile those numbers, man? You know what I mean? Because he's been out with concussions 3-4 times already in the time.
He's got hits in the head so many times that he thinks a cold grilled cheese sandwich is a good thing.
You are the worst. You're the worst. I know, right? Cold grilled cheese sandwich. And that was from...
probably shouldn't make light, but I couldn't help it.
That was what, from the test 2 or whatever? Like,
good.
dude, what? A cold grilled cheese sandwich? What are you talking
Cook
about?
it hot and then put it in the fridge.
And then put it in the fridge. He's hilarious. He's a character, isn't he?
He's awesome.
Him and Smudge are characters. But, honestly, it's like, matter of fact, I remember the first time I was watching the show, The Test. That's why I fell in love with the Aussie team. Smudge is holding court out there, and here comes Jofra Archer and lights him up like a Christmas tree. Done, gone.
And that's exactly what you call for all the time.
Exactly, you know what I mean? Like, and people are like, nah, Gabe, that's just part of the game. And afterwards, you know what I mean? To your point, there's no malice intent, because you saw them, sharing those cucumber sandwiches and whatever, and,
I never realized it, but it was a 101.15 early in your career, because you were so hot about that.
I was.
And you have been calling for everyone to get beamed since.
As long as my guys.
That was the original 101.15.
The original 101.15. Oh man, and for you guys that don't know, 101.15, long-time viewers of the channel will know that reference, 101.15. Matter of fact, I'm not going to say it. Let us know in the chat if you know what 101.15 is.
Explain it to the people, please. We have some long-time viewers, and we do appreciate our long-time viewers. You are what keeps our channels going, especially during weeks like this where we are just so slammed. We don't have time to record as much as we want to. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time,
101.15.